Hello, how are you? So nice to see you, Galerac. Thanks for popping by to drop a like and all that. And I am trying to replicate my normal cheery self. And we'll just do some painting today to get what's really inside out. Okay. Hi, Joker. So I am. I'm so peeved, you guys. I'm so peeved. And actually, the fact that I can smile through being angry is why my sixth grade students never respected me. Um, I had a catastrophe right before what would have been my 1 o'clock stream. We're an entire hour late because I spent about 30 minutes setting up an entirely new setup. Look, you can see inside my bathroom. Isn't this awesome? I set up everything, really looking good, trying to use my phone because I have heard that streaming from my phone is going to be like much better picture quality and all kinds of cool stuff like that. And then, so I was mad at the cats, first of all, because they tore this thing down. So I've had to repurpose Damash's green screen to get this hung up very quickly. I'm sweaty. I hate being sweaty. I hate it. And then I go live, and apparently my YouTube is not qualified to go live on my phone. I don't know why yet. I will have to do research on if that's like a number of subscribers or a paywall of some kind. I don't know, but I'm pissed. Hi, Dimash. I'm on mute. You're on mute. I'm not on mute. Thanks, Galerac. I gotcha. He's just watching. He won't listen. That's great. He gets enough of me being angry that he doesn't need to hear all this anyway. Hi, Rayed. Thanks for coming by. You guys, I texted Dimash and I was like, I don't know if I should do this because I'm so freaking angry. And he said, you'll feel better if you do. And so I'm taking his advice and we'll see what happens. Sorry, I had a frustrating afternoon, Maddie. Thank you, Joker. I really appreciate it. It's tough to complain in today's world, especially given the nature of who I am. So I don't want to complain too much, but it was all very frazzling. I'm sweaty. Had to put on the air conditioner, so I don't know how much noise that's making. It's all good. I'll get through it. We'll get through it. I completely agree with Dimash. You need this painting session, right? See, that's the thing, Solar Sailor. Painting is an emotional release. It is meant to be done in whatever emotion you may be having. If any of you are fans of that show, Spaced, it was early show that Simon Pegg did in the UK with Edgar Wright, and it's a great, brilliant show. And one of their flatmates in the house is artiste, and he specializes in anger, loathing. I don't know. It's very funny. So that's kind of what we're gonna do today. My plan was, sorry, I got something in my eye, guys. Icing on the cake. I was going to do a beautiful pink marrow bulb because there's some beautiful pink marrow bulbs on the Dismash planet Roadster Umat. I really do love the caves in there, and I'll save it for another day because it's just not where I'm at. So I am also this, guys. This is a painting that Dimash did a long time ago. He was drinking when he did it, so I don't even know if he remembers doing it. No, actually, I know he remembers doing it because he hates this painting. He's like, I don't like it. Why do you keep that around? And for a long time, I've kept it around because I'm like, it's cute. And because he painted it to be like live. It's like going live. But I was like, Olive. So anyway, so it's just, yeah. I feel you, Mads. I found my outlet after a cruddy day. Good. Was it killing people in Red Dead? Because that also makes me feel better. Hey, Mad Fishers. I'm going to lurk, and while I work on homework. Oh, well, thanks, Solar. You're welcome to lurk. I appreciate it. Kind of realized that after I said it. I'm tired, shush. All good. You guys are amazing. I so appreciate you being here. Thank you. So we're gonna have fun. I do have a great hi, Scottish Rod. Great, thanks for joining, guys. I'm already feeling better, right? But Scottish Rod, you're in for a treat. Today is an actual mad fish day. I'm angry. So yeah, this painting is Damash's old painting. We're gonna paint over it. So yeah, hold on. Let me just respond to this. Cat. Have you ever wondered what you look like when you're on your phone, ignoring people? That's what it looks like. All right, so we're gonna turn this, I was gonna paint over it to do the pink marrow bulb, but I'm gonna actually use this background because I kind of like the color scheme for an angry painting. So we're definitely gonna be throwing a bunch of stuff on top of it, but I'm just gonna let it be as a background so I don't have to wait for anything to dry. Go shoot randoms in the face later. Yeah, I will. I totally will. So let's see. First, okay. I had so much adjustment that had to happen to just get here. And I don't, it's better when the plan works out and comes together. So we're going to focus today's painting on the big bad, the Sentinels, the law enforcement of No Man's Sky. And, we all don't like them. I mean, who does? I have kind of a pet one on my Seed of Neath base. I'll have to give you a tour sometime of my survival base that I first started. I've since moved to the Damash Hub, but I love my old base. It's super cool. And I think it's sort of nearby. So I built on top of this thing, and there's a single sentinel that just always spawns there. And so every time he fires at me, I run inside and he follows me inside. And then he's docile once he's in there. And I'm like, hey, buddy. His name's Henry. And part of the fan fiction within me is like my survival character is studying the sentinels. And this is her like lab rat of sorts. So anywho, so what I want to do to begin, sorry guys, I just need that closer if I'm going to actually paint on it. There, let's cover bathroom. All right, so I'm going to start with some purple for Puge, okay? Here's the other thing. Because I'm angry, today's painting is going to be particularly dirty. Down and dirty, quick and dirty, very impressionistic. I'm not going for details here. I'm going for effect and feeling. So, purple. Puge. We're going to take some purple Puge and make a pile of Puge at the bottom here. And I'm really not caring about which direction my strokes are going today, because this is a pile of Puge. Stinking pile of Puge. Oh, and look, so see these little blue streaks, I might keep some of that in there, because that could be like fire from a spaceship, killing these sentinels, making this pile of Puge. Pew pew! So I'm just gonna pile it up here. I'm using some dabbing motions just to fill it in. We're gonna come back and give this a little more detail and texture in just a little bit. For now, that's great. Hashtag dirty painting. Yep, you got it. This was a painting I made when I was drinking kind of heavily. It turned out to be the launch of the channel. Huge encouragement. I'm glad to see those memories painted over. I thought you'd like that, honey. In a very therapeutic way, too. Woo! So yeah, boo, puge, 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 puge. Stinking puge. I'm actually going to go ahead and take a small detail brush at the moment and take some. I imagine that puge is really stinky. I don't think it has a nice smell. So I'm also going to give this some little like wafty, cartoonish, the smell of the puge is evaporating up into the air. The smell of sweet, sweet Sentinel death. There you go. Yeah. So that's gross. And then stench vapor. Yes, stench vapor. So we got the puge down there. Now we want to, I'm going to break up this a little bit so that we don't see the words so much anymore. So let me find my ugly, unloved colors. Ooh, this pretty olive green. This one's a good one. We used it before, and I do really like it, though it is quite unloved. This is kind of a gross green. It's called Vineyard Green. And brown. We never use brown. I mean, I hardly ever use brown. So I'm thinking we can sort of allude to some trees. My favorite, fat bottom trees, probably. So I'm going to take some brown and just kind of frame up. Let's see. Maybe. Nah, let's see. Pardon me. Gotta head off. Catch y'all in about 6 hours if there's a stream on the go. All right. You get some good sleep, Galarak. We have tonight is Scary, Scary Meow Meow night. And so at 8 p.m. Central Time, Meow Meow's going to be streaming Scariness. And then Dimash will have Permadeath at 8 p.m. Pacific Time. So just 2 hours after Meow Meow's stream starts, we'll be there. I'll be late night cage streaming after everybody. Oh gosh, I'm used to the old schedule. Sorry, everybody. No Permadeath tonight. It's Thursday. He's working late, and so he's gonna do a late night cage stream, just as he just put there in the chat. So fun, super fun. I'll be killing people in Red Dead while he's streaming a cute little Disney thing. Nighty night, Galarak. All right. Maybe this is like up a hill. We got those nice sloping slopes sometimes in No Man's Sky. So yeah, treat this like a ravine of some kind. You know, I'm noticing, I didn't realize because I don't paint with brown very much, But it has the same quality as yellow. It's a little bit sheer on its own. So I might have wanted to add some white to this, but I'm not worried about it because I kind of like that dark background coming through. You can also do a second layer of paint if you want. This is looking great, right? So great. So then we've got this olive green color. Very cool. I love you. Nobody else does, but I do. And then we'll get some leafage off these trees. I'm not even waiting for things to dry, you guys. Like I said, this is super impressionistic, so I'm letting things blend. I'm not waiting for things to dry. I'm also not going for super realism. I'm just going for, you know, affectation. We know this is a tree because it kind of looks like a tree. Is it a great, beautiful tree? No, doesn't matter. It's not the focus. The focus will be our Sentinel. And this screen, I want more of you. Come back. And so, you know, this is what I mean by don't tell yourself that you can't paint. I'm not a good painter. Like, if your painting style looks like a 5-year-old did it, that's all right. You look at children's books these days, and a lot of the, you know, the classic art styles from back in the 50s, 60s, 70s that existed in children's books, it's all different now. 'Cause I think part of it is to stimulate children to be able to trust that they are capable, and that, you know, the kinds of beautiful cartoons and realistic artwork that are out there, you have to study. You have to study a long time to do all that stuff. And so I think for people who want to do that, they should. But I think that doesn't mean that people who can't or don't want to go spend thousands of dollars on an art degree shouldn't paint or shouldn't do art. Do it. It's good. I really like this green, you guys. And it's that thick old paint, so it's nice and thick on the canvas, which I'm loving. I'm letting it glop on there, and I'm going to let those glops dry. Monet is one of my favorite, all-time favorite painters. And I've gotten to actually see some in real life, and I love getting to go up close and see the gloppy paint strokes. Giving the middle is just a bit of texture, breaking it up a little bit. Now I want to take some red, and I think that like one thing that we associate with the Sentinels very much so is the color red. When they shoot you, you know, your view screen goes a little bit red, and then the star ratings are red. God, we could even put a little star rating up there in the corner. That'd be funny. So I'm going to take some red, and I'm going to do some just kind of fuzzy effects. I'm going to use my paper towel as my application device. And I might even dampen it just the tiniest bit. Tiny bit of wet on here. And then I'm going to also dip that little wet spot in the red paint. Howdy, Mighty Monarch. Thanks for coming by. And we're just going to fuzz up the edges of this painting. It'll give it a nice ominous feeling. I'm even going to go along the bottom here. So Mighty Monarch, we're getting our yayas out today. I have had a frustrating time getting the stream started, so I wasn't feeling like doing the cute little pink marrow bulb that I had planned. So instead, I am making a Sentinel focused painting today. If you get a little too much of a different color, I just unfolded my napkin and put that on the inside and go back to the color you want. All right, cool. It's looking pretty good. That the word is still pretty apparent, so I'm just going to try to see what I can do to fuzz it out. Ooh, you know what I could do? Oh, what if this circle is like an atlas? Like one of the... Ooh, I like that idea. Okay, so let's actually be a little more firm with this red. It's like a fiery ball of atlas coming down. I mean, what do you guys think? Is Atlas in league with the Sentinels? Are the Sentinels searching for Atlas? Hey, Michael, I'm all relaxed. How about you? Hey, Michael Stapp. Hi. Yeah, welcome back. Or back. Well, it's just another stream, right? For sure, Mattfish, I love the painting streams. Thanks, Mighty Monarch. Yeah, today, you guys, we're doing a bit of a... Michael, we're doing angry painting about Sentinels. And here's a cool, like, Atlas ball up there. Might need to do, like... I'm going to take a tiny sploosh of black and make a slightly different red. Just a deep red, like a dark red. Ooh, that's cool. That turned out pretty awesome. And then, because those balls of Atlas sort of have some geometric stuff on them, so I'm going to attempt to make some geometric looking texture on there. Pretty cool. And then I might even take the tiniest amount of white. Okay. It's still kind of dark, but that's all right. I think I like it. Just got off work, heading home. All right. Back again. Oh, cool. Welcome back, Scottish Rod. Beeble says, hi, Maddie. Oh, thanks, Meow Meow. That's right. I know. He and I stream at the same time. I want to be able to go watch him. And so I don't know what the answer will be. Probably have to change my painting streams a little bit. But I don't know. For now, I got to stay consistent or try, despite the cats. All right. So these blue bits I'm keeping in there. They're pew-pews from starships flying by that also hate Sentinels. So I wanted to put, let's see, I'm going to put like a Sentinel right here. And then I want to do like a pile of the little canisters that they drop. That's what I'm thinking. He face cammed. He is very handsome. I can't say that I could tell that from his voice, but I felt like I could tell that from his voice. Yeah. Right on. Cool. I guess I couldn't have said that like I knew he was handsome, but just like from someone who's so detail oriented, who is such a great like builder. He like appears to be an architect as well. I think that people who have that kind of brain, they take care of how they look too, you know? And so like at the very least, I was like, he's definitely if he's got facial hair, it is trimmed, it is kept, you know? So that's at least my assumptions. I wonder if I'm correct. So next will be these canisters. And we'll want a gray, and so I have some silver too. So let's make, we'll make a gray. Black goes a long way, you guys, so just a little dollop of white and then a small amount of black will mix well into a gray. So that's kind of like the ratio I start with to make a gray. We've talked in some streams about being a good to the environment and reducing waste. And this is a piece of the box that the Captain Steve coffee mugs came in. And I just pulled the whole thing apart and I've been using it lately as my palette. He has facial hair. It's trimmed and kept. I am so smart. No. I don't know. But you know, had I not wanted to be a starving artist, I think I would have been a really good profiler. Like if I went to school for it, I think I'd be good at that. So I'm extremely empathic and smart, and I listen and I'm observant most of the time. Sometimes I'm not. There's certain things that I get hung up on, like not reading instructions on games when they're right in front of you. So yeah, I'm just gonna start piling up some like cylindrical shapes. And like I said, we're doing super impressionistic today, so I don't really even care what they look like. And we are covering up some of our stench stench waves, and that's okay. We'll bring them back in. I want it to be like a pyramid of just like so many dead sentinels. Looks good. He face cam. Oh, okay. I'm not. I thought I was falling behind. I haven't. Yay. Cool. So, what do you guys think? Should I do a few more? Maybe one rolled down here. Down here. And it's covered in puge. We could do like a little half one. It's like sticking out of the puge. Yeah. Maybe another. I like that another half one over here. Cool. So then our little sentinel guy, I'm going to give him, where's that red? Still a little bit of wetness there. I'm going to give the sentinel kind of a glowing red halo because they're kind of, I want it to stand out from the background. So we'll give our sentinel just kind of a, that's a little solid of a line. I want it to be a little fuzzier. So quickly before that dries, I'm going to fuzz that out. Yeah, and that gives us a good thing to put a silhouette on. Putting a silhouette on top of black is tough. Yeah, so not the best. Yeah. So we're going to start with just a black silhouette, but we are actually going to come in with some brighter orangey red to give it its casing, and we'll definitely have the eye nice and brightly lit up. But I want to put a black silhouette down first to just create the structure of where we're headed and how big this sentinel is going to be. So just with some black, they're kind of like, what? They've got little top like this, right? And sort of similar bottom, but not as deep. And I think these are like some antennae, right? And he's got little guns. And we got to let that dry. So while we're letting that dry, I'm going to go back through these canisters, these carcasses of dead sentinels, and I'm just going to bring some of the puge back in. It might blend with some of this gray, and that's okay because that can give us some texture within the puge itself. Basically on all the bottoms of each of these canisters that's touching the puge, we'll want some coverage there, particularly on the half canisters covered in puge. And I'm going to bring back some of those little stenchy marks. Actually made them a little thicker this time. Nice. Steaming pile of puge. So I got here late. What was the catastrophe, Maddie? Well, my beautiful pink curtains behind me, the cats were playing. Godfrey is a fan of flowy pink fabric. And so he likes to roll around and play in it. And the two cats were playing in it, I think. And I had recently set it up on one of those tension rods that don't work very well. But I had the two sides of the tension rod held up with string. And actually, they're still hanging. So the string thing worked, but I didn't have any support in the center. So they just pulled with the right amount of oomph to have the two pieces of the tension rod go kerplop, and all of my fabrics fell down on the ground. And so, yeah, I just, improvised and took down Damash's green screen, and I have it up on that frame right now. And, it's just a pain in the ass to then later, next time he wants to do VR, we'll have to, even tonight when he's doing KH, we've got to put something behind him, so now we have to move it every time. I'll try to fix the tension rod. I'm not sure, or we'll get another frame. So, it's all in good time. Things will happen, but yeah, naughty kitties. As Mary Lizzie would say, naughty kitty. So, yeah. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know that it's a huge pain in my ass. They don't know that I'm about to go live on YouTube. You can only get so mad at the actual cat. But then I was just mad at the circumstance and having to do a whole lot of physicality right before the stream. So I got all sweaty, and then I'm like, how bad am I going to look on the camera? And then I've worked really hard to not be very vain my whole life. And, I went from being a teenager who would watch herself talk on the phone to someone who I just wouldn't look in mirrors. I trained myself to be it doesn't freaking matter. And now I'm at the point where sometimes Damash has to be hey babe, you should maybe go back inside and look in the mirror before you go out. So yeah, sorry guys. I'm au natural most of the time. I keep having this dream that one day I'll be so organized and put together with my painting studio that I could actually paint my face before I subject you to looking at me. But it's not a part of who I am. It would be extra effort. So I don't know. Maybe one day. I clean up pretty good. um, I'm just waiting for some things to dry a little bit, but we got to find a light blue because those canisters have those blue strips kind of, or light around them. I think on either end. So I'm going to use this one. It's ready to go. Nice and light blue. You don't need face paint, Maddie. You purty. Well, thank you. I know I don't need it, but it's kind of fun, right? I think it's fun. But I just can't be bothered. It takes so much time. So much about being typically feminine, stereotypically feminine, or whatever. It takes so much freaking time. I don't have time for that shit. Nobody's got time for that shit. The people who do, good for them. So, yeah, that'll do. Going for a detail brush now. And with that light blue, we're just going to give that little curve of light on the ends of each canister. Yeah, meow meow. Actually, if you would pass along my greeting back to Beeblebum, that would be lovely. So as I painted the pile, I was using my brush strokes to kind of visually separate each canister. So as you're doing a detail like this, you want to pay attention to, what's overlapping what. So that little light effect, I didn't take all the way to the top of that canister because the canister on top is probably blocking it a little bit. This one's a bit confusing. This might be the top of one back there, but then I think this one's right here. So there, I accidentally got a little light blue in a place I didn't want it. So a little opportunity for redesign here. I'll just throw a little more stinky stench over that. I wiped off the excess with my finger because I knew I could without really overcorrecting things, making a bigger mess, and easily taken care of. Great. So this is looking pretty cool, I would say. What do you guys think? I think I'm just gonna do some details on the Sentinel, and that might be it. It's a it's a wild one, this painting, but I feel more grounded. I feel like I can move on with the rest of my day and leave the experience of getting frustrated behind me. A glass of wine might not be a double thing either. So we'll get this Sentinel sort of spruced up, and then maybe you'll join me in a glass of wine and killing some folks in Red Dead. So the black is still a little bit wet up there on the Sentinel, and that's okay. I'm just going to start picking out my colors here. So I do have kind of a bright orangey, rusty red-ish orange. It's very orange. And I think I'm going to use that for his, for the armor. Because there's a lot of red in the painting now. And the orange will really help him be bright and stand out. And then we'll want a tiny bit of white and a little bit more red. So I'm looking for one of my flat brushes like this that has a natural little angle to it. I think that's going to be great for putting armor on. And then just another detail brush will work fine for the center light. And so this orange, though the black hasn't quite dried, even if it blends with the orange a little bit, I think it'll be okay. He says, thank you for the hello. Oh, lovely. I will hop on his stream too and lurk with my glass of wine and my Red Dead rage. So yeah, I'm just gonna give him his little armor. Man, this paint is thick. I gotta put some white into this orange. I don't think that it's bright enough, actually. And it sort of has some quality of how yellow and brown are a little translucent. Though it's super thick, it is not going on the canvas as bright as I would like. So white is going to brighten up anything you want. What do we think about that? Oh, Mavish, tell Dimash I couldn't put y'all in an order. I just couldn't. All three of y'all are awesome. Oh, that's very, very sweet. Moose, I'm late. Hello, Madfish in chat. Well, that's all right, Moose. Hello. Thanks for hopping on. I was late too. So happy accidents? I don't know. Yeah. And we're doing a bit of a dark tribute to Sentinels today. I'm feeling a lot better now, but I started the stream like crazy angry. If you guys go back, you'll see me trying to act not angry, which is fairly amusing. Cool. And then we'll do some detail brush with white. While the red is still wet, I'm going to give it a little, I'm going to let the white and red blend into kind of like the iris of the eye. And then I'm going to try to do a very bright white center. With little blending. And then I think we'll just do another little outer layer of white around the red center. Oh, my canvas moved. Yeah, so it's blending slightly. That's okay. I'm just going to go back through with some red, I think. But I do want that outer edge to be pretty bright white. So come back through with some red and get the spots that got mussed up due to the canvas moving. Color. It's always better to need more paint than to have super excess, at least efficiency-wise and cost-wise. I definitely squeeze out way too much brown, you guys. Though I might do a second layer on the trees so that they're a little, the background shows through them a little less. But I do love this red color. And I want it to make this eye pop. There we go. Yeah, nice and bright. No, no, don't be angry. Life's too short for those shenanigans. I mean, I totally agree. I totally agree, which is why I got over it pretty quickly. Um, Outer Worlds. Hi, Magic Within. I don't know. Is Outer Worlds a game or a movie? I'm not familiar with it. Sorry. But yeah, this is a Sentinel, and he's hovering over a pile of Sentinel, uh, carcasses. So he had an angry day. And this is a little like fiery Atlas ball hurtling towards the Sentinel. And I don't know if it's coming to help or if it's coming to destroy it. I don't know. Um, but this Sentinel is definitely uh, feeling like he could be next. um, I'm even going to throw a little bit more of my orange down on my palette because I'm going to come back and maybe highlight his armor a slight bit more. And then, like I said, I'll do a little bit more second coat on the trees. And then that might do it for today, y'all. So at least give these trees a little texture so that they're less see-through. And we repurposed a background of a paint. The background of our painting is a painting that Dimash did a long time ago that he never really liked very much. So it's been repurposed and revitalized. So as I paint a second coat on these trees, I'm just doing a little bit dabbing motions, not like this, but just kind of keeping the brush active and wiggling so that the trees look like they have kind of bark. And then I'm being careful up by my leaves because I just love how they turned out so thick and beautiful. So there we go. Looking good. Catching up with comments. Hello. Your painting is super. Would you like to know the first song that popped in my head looking at it? I would. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Right? Is that who sings that? It's a great song. I love it. Nice. Nice, Moose. It wouldn't be a good Madfish stream if I didn't take a moment to sing and embarrass Dimash, right? Although I'm on mute. He's lurking, but he can't hear me. that Sentinel is definitely now the focus, right? Like I was concerned that dark Sentinel wouldn't stick out from a dark background, but we have definitely found a way to make him pop. Plus the orange is in contrast to all the other colors on the painting. So I'm super digging how this has turned out, guys. I hope you do too. Give you a little close up on him. I mean, if Sentinels could cry, don't you think he'd be weeping? Hi, Captain Steve. Warning, Sentinel. Oh, Michael Jackson did sing that song. Warning, Sentinel Walker detected. Exactly. Was it Rockwell who sang that with Michael Jackson? Was it a duo? What do they call that? A collaboration? Hello, Cap. Hi, Cap. Captain Steve. I'm Magic. Hello, Rod and Moose. Yes, Rockwell. Awesome. Awesome. I kind of wish his little antennae stood out more. So let me see if I can't take some of this little bit of orange and highlight his antennae and guns a little bit as well. He's got a little antennae here. Boop. And here. Boop. I did another little one just here. And then I gave him some guns. Yeah, that kind of highlights that a little bit better. What do you think, Captain? We took a bad painting that Dimash always hated and we painted our anger out onto it. So this is a big steaming pile of pewge with a bunch of Sentinel carcasses and a single Sentinel, and we all know he's next, right? The original painting Dimash did had a big red circle here, so I augmented that into a huge flaming Atlas ball, and it's either coming to the rescue or coming to destroy, and I don't know which it is. Speculation welcome. Yes, Rockwell. Hello, Captain Steve. Just tuning in before bed. Love your artwork, Madfish. Thank you, Captain Steve. Even my angry artwork? Amazing. Hashtag combat update. Night all. I have hit a like. I will have that song stuck in my head now as I drift off. Not sure it's the best sleepy MC sleep tune. Sleepy mix sleep. Oh, Pooter. Oh, Pooter. Right? How does it go? Oh, Pooter. Something like that. I haven't quite figured it out. So yeah, there's our painting. The only thing I could consider still doing if we wanted to just add a little more texture would be darkening up my gray from before. So by taking a little bit of black, and I had made quite a bit of that gray. So I'm taking a little black, darkening it up, and then we could sort of put some texture into this pile of stuff, you know, like the bottom sides of these gray canisters are probably in shadow a bit. So we'll just kind of put a darker gray here and there. Very sloppy. This is a quick and dirty kind of painting today. Hashtag dirty painting. Oh, Pooter. And that'll help kind of give the cylindrical shape suggested there to the eye. Yeah, that works. I think that works. Just gives them a tiny bit more texture, a little more interest. And then, our Sentinel, blends into his surroundings a little bit better. I think I'll leave the rest alone. With switches, Rod, fudge, I will never sleep now. Oh dear, just imagine long dark corridors. That should help Captain Steve. No, don't give him nightmares. Well, I hope that you have beautiful, beautiful dream sleep, and that those corridors, may they be filled with hundreds of sentinels, and you have the biggest gun. Puppy. Cool. Oh, I want to share with you guys a little fun thing I'm doing now. So I had an art lesson with a student the other day, and Captain Steve, if you're still there, this is the remains of the box that your coffee cups came in. So I'm reducing, reusing, and recycling by using them as my palettes. And instead of just tossing the palette with excess paint on it, with my art student yesterday, I turned it into a mini painting. So here's a little bonus. You guys recognize that sort of creature. But this is just from the paint that I had lying around on my palette. So I'm gonna, maybe if I ever get a Patreon together or something like that, these might be like a little gifty gift or something. Personalized, unique, not very expensive. Hopefully the price of a stamp to send to ya, should you desire. So yeah, now I have some more that I can quickly maybe do a little, who knows? Because, I see all of those freaking ASMR paint videos, and that's not really like my style, but I was inspired. I was like, okay, all they're doing is like squeezing little dollops of paint out and then running the brush over them. So like with this one, we've got some bits of orange. That's pretty dry. I don't know. So what? This could be like, this gray is like a fireball through space. And kind of asteroidy, make it bigger. It's zooming. This is the one that killed the dinosaurs. Smoke, death, smoke and death. This one's not turning out too great, guys. And then there's some blue there. We just go blah, 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 blah. I mean, to me, that's what those ASMR paintings are like. I'm just like, what? You call that art? No, I suppose it is. I suppose it is. It's very unique. It's just not my thing. So yeah, asteroid flying through space. There it is. What's this one? This one could be, there's a lot of fun things on there. This is the red, that's all dry, that red spot over there. So we'll do like the brown exploding into trees, and then it gets a dark sky, maybe. I don't know. Is that a sky? Maybe that's the ground. Maybe it's like this. Maybe it's a boat. Yeah, it's a boat. And look, I painted over my notes of things to do. Patreon. Great. So yeah, this is just a boat. This is my impressionist painting of Meow 10 Subnautica submarine that she named after me. I know it looks nothing like it. It didn't work so well on these today. It's all about the placement of the glops, I think. Madfish Magpie Submarine. All right, well, I'll let you guys go. That's the stream for today. Much silliness. Thank you for helping me feel better and being there and making me feel like this little idea is worth anything. So, including getting sweaty and frustrated. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to catch up with your comments. Mighty Monarch said, you've given him a song for his toes to sing to him. Oh, God. You're correct. I hope. Oh, God. Scary. A Michael Jackson toe? I don't know about that. the nail would be like all tiny, like, you know, like what happened to his nose. Moose, the art that we make is best made by the emotions that transfer from our bodies through the brush onto the canvas. I couldn't have said it better myself, Moose. Magic within ASMR is so creepy to me. Lol. Memo 10 says, me soob? Me soob? It's not really good, man. It's not very good. It's just silliness. I was just being silly. Your submarine is way cooler. Mighty Monarch, clap, clap. Thank you guys. The pinky toe. Bye, bye, Madfish. Yeah, we guys, I'll see you in the chat. So Mama 10 plays stream later while she's spooking us all out. And I will be lurking slightly during that time. I have rehearsal. But then, you know, if you catch me on Red Dead tonight, I'll see you there. See you in the early morning survival stream tomorrow for sure. So we'll see that. And Dimash is going to stream some late night KH after he gets home from work. So if you can't sleep or it's a different time of day for you, then hop on by and get some good Sora, Donald, and Goofy good times in there. So take care, everyone. Bye-bye. You're welcome, Joker. Thank you.